Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Taken down and
oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
At the 30-yard line.
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
51, Mike 51. Here we are.
From the gun, Bullard. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
On 3rd down, Bullard. Got a man, it's Mims. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
20-yard line.
He's checking. Crash.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Makes the score.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Stidham going to lead the Pats up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Patriots.
Now Stidham, off play action. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sharp. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down.
Complete to number 14.
Big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They run here with Singletary. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
He was brought down.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed him the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Stidham from the shotgun. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown.
To number 82.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Denzel Mims with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
Patriots 7. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Stidham. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
Carried by number 20.
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Looking to throw. Bullard. He's going to look downfield for Henry. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. 67 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out to Mims. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because it plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try.
28-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will move up by by 10 now, 17-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and knock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Now this throw caught left side. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll throw on first down with Stidham. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 22-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Stidham. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Stidham going back to the air. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw forward with Stidham. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
A turnover on downs.
Mike 5-9. Touchdown, defense.
Throwing on first down. Bullard. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again, because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Patriots take over.
34-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Stidham sets to throw on first. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd down, Stidham to throw. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Stidham. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Complete.
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. Off the option, that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Leonard Fournette, as the first half is winding down, and the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away from the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
By Josh Uche.
Now a timeout taken.
Back at the 18.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. It's complete to Parker, left side. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
He's brought down at the
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. To throw is Stidham. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now it's Stidham. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
The tackle
Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson.
1 yard gain.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now. Operating from the gun. Bullard. And A big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Rolling to his right. Over the middle, complete. That's Leonard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
The field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
And this has no chance. It's no good. Well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
New England.
Now Stidham. And that is incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Stidham. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
This interception will go on the record with the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Off the play fake. Bullard. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
1st down, Patriots.
Play action. It's Stidham. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
2nd and 10 now. Stidham. He's got a 1st down. Now the ball comes loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Singletary here running out of the gun. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll get it all the way down inside inside the 35-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
While the ultimate result was an incomplete pass, they sure look like a well-coached team because once he got outside of the pocket, the scramble rules come into effect. And a lot of the guys who ran deep routes, they come back closer to the line of scrimmage. And the running back usually runs a check down.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juwan Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And the Patriot first down.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Stidham. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Singletary again, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
New England on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Stidham to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. Here's Stidham. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
New England on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Stidham. And it's caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And to give this time to the tailback. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bullard going deep here for Park. And got his man complete. 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 87 yards. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Stidham's pass.
It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Stidham from the shotgun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Sharp, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
New England.
On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Stidham. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
First and
now
goal.
they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Stidham will throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Again, Stidham. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
Complete.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots are back within a score. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively.
He was taken
So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
And 5.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Off play action. Bullard. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Off the bootleg, Bullard. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Jets, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for New England, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got